I'm Ant-Man. I'm
Ant-Man?
Ben. I'd like to go on adventures.
Do you want to join the Avengers? Hey, sit down. Avengers.
Yeah.
You have to wait. You have to wait till Finn, get out of here. You are
What in
not part of the
glove
Avengers.
is the Avengers. And then,
Somebody say destroy the Avengers? No, no one said destroy the Avengers, Ultron. Shut up. Ugh.
yeah.
Oh no, Iron Man. How
Eat
dareth
shit,
thee defeat
Ultron.
Iron Man, the man made of iron? Taste Mjolnir. Ugh.
Urgh.
Well, hey, I think we're recording.
Finn can do like the wavy arms. He goes woo.
Woo. All right, well, hang on. If we're gonna be real, we're gonna be truthful. Yes, I've defeated the Avengers. Oh yeah, well, Marvel just brokered a deal with Sony, and here comes Spider-Man. Boom! You guys like that? That is Avengers 3 right there. You just saw it. Bam.
That's pretty nice.
Is that pretty sweet? I thought that was pretty sweet.
I have some. Man, I got all my better figures like way over there. I'd have to get out of my chair. I got Rhino and Hulk.
Oh, now they don't want to fit. All right,
Shit.
Spider-Man doesn't want to go back. My new cool Ultron here. I think he'll fit. There we go.
Let me get mine.
We're going to put Mjolnir back. For all our wonderful podcast listeners, me and Ryan are, in fact, playing with toys. So, we appreciate everyone who listens to us on iTunes and Stitcher and PodHell, but you really should tune into the YouTube show, too, when you get a chance, and check out all the awesomeness that is playing with toys. Oh, man, you got Red Hulk and Rhino? I got Green Hulk somewhere.
Yeah. And Rhino comes up and
All right.
uppercut.
All right, we'll put Spider-Man back. Oh, yeah?
Sweet. Check that one out.
I'll take your Hulk and I'll raise you a Kylo Ren. Yeah.
That's no fair.
Oh, yeah.
What? Red Hulk just gets more pissed.
Go ahead. Kylo Ren's going to cut his little Red Hulk head off. Whoop.
Yeah, and then
then
it'll
what?
Grow back because that just makes him more angry.
It won't grow back. He doesn't have those kind of powers.
He's not like a lizard.
I don't think the lizard could. I don't think the lizard could grow his head back. All right. Well, while Ryan plays with his Red Hulk, I will introduce the show. Welcome everybody to episode 30 of the Geek Dad Report. Oh wait a minute. Hang on. Should I cue the music first? I'll come back. We'll come back to that while Ryan plays with his toys. Enjoy the music.
Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, we the bad boys. Sip the game. Yeah. C's. The anti-sab. For the aces. Let's go. Money Market said, let's go. When I spit this flow, we rip that show. We so
All right.
My kids are gonna come downstairs in the morning and be like, "Dad, you play with all your toys. I want to play with them now." I'm like, no, shut up. Get away from them. Don't ever touch those.
Don't touch my toys. I mean
Those are Dad
collectibles.
toys.
Those are
You don't play with-
collectibles. Those aren't even toys. They're collectibles. All right. Well, like I said, everybody, welcome to episode 30, the big 30, the milestone. If we had like party poppers, we'd pop them. The big 3-0. I don't even know what that is. That's like a tequila. That's like a tequila episode. Should have been the 30 tequila episode.
Sorry about that.
I spent my 30th birthday in Mexico drinking tequila.
My 30th birthday was in Windover, Nevada, because it's only like a 3-hour drive from where we live.
Nice.
So,
Well, thank you everybody for rejoining us. If you're coming back, or if this is your first time, thank you for tuning in.
yes,
I
we're
am
glad
Brian,
we-
and that is Ryan, and we're here to pump you up with knowledge.
Yes, and with mostly us just kind of bantering about random stuff. So
Well, it's because Ryan, we're the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created to banter about stuff, making you laugh and keeping you informed with all the news you need to know.
yes, and even though we're recording one day early this week,
That's right.
there's still a fairly big news explosion all over the place. So
Yeah, there was a lot of news. And yes, like Ryan said, thank you everybody for joining us one day early. I guess that doesn't
Yes.
really mean anything to anybody, but
Yeah, I don't know. We still might post it on Friday.
we're not really live, so I don't know.
Yeah. We're,
Thanks for everybody who submitted questions one day early.
that is what we're really happy about.
We do appreciate that very, very much. Well, I'm cueing the music here.
Is that what you're staring at down at your phone?
Yeah, dance, Brian, dance.
Wait.
I was just getting it ready. Every time we say "Go Ninja, Go Time," it's never ready. No, don't play with your toys. Should we give it all?
Everybody likes playing with toys. Okay, if you do not have like any cool toys, I suggest shoot, who's the company that gave me all these?
Diamond?
I can't think of it right now, but these are awesome. So
yeah,
it'll probably like pop in my head like halfway through.
They
the
are
show.
awesome. For all the people listening, you should check out the YouTube show. They are pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I got one here that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna pull them down. I already played with my toys enough. Thank you, like I said, everybody for joining us. As always, you can find us, well, on
pretty much everywhere.
Pretty much everywhere. I want to give out all the show stuff so we can get to the news. You can find us on Facebook if you want to talk to us. Geek Dad Report. That's where we're at.
We have our individual Twitter accounts.
God, that was a really bad transition on my part.
iTunes. I mean,
I totally just like dived into it without any transition or foreshadowing or anything.
That's pretty nice.
That was bad. That wasn't very good. I apologize, everybody. But
It's
since I
alright.
butchered it anyway, like Ryan said, you can find us on Twitter I'm at Brian West 53 and he's a Big Bruiser, spelled wrong.
Yes, BIGBRUSR. I made that when I was 14 years old, and I thought it was cool.
It
And
was
then
cool,
I just
Ryan. It still
Never
is.
decided to change my online persona. So
And you can find whatever. You can find us at Watch Play Read, Pod Hell, iTunes, and everywhere else. Whatever.
we basically have planted our seed in many different places.
Everywhere
and
that has
we're-
allowed us to plant our seed, we have planted it, which is not very many places. We still got to plant. We still got to invade Twitter,
Yes,
violate that social media.
still have much planting to do.
Yeah, we'll get there one day.
Twitter.
Oh man, God, let's just get to the news. My transitions are awful.
Yes, you should just turn on the music because
You should lead the show tonight. You lead the show. I'm gonna sit back and do nothing.
So, well, I mean that's your prerogative if you want to do that. So
Nah, we won't do
it's
that.
just
I
at
love
least
to hear myself
we don't
talk
have-
way too much.
we don't have X getting in the way this week. So
That's true. Oh, you know what? I will. There you go. There's a good segue. See, look at this. This is why, Brian. This is why you're my guy. You always bring the good stuff. Everybody who joined us last week, thank you for joining us last week. And unfortunately, you guys may have noticed that Ryan did not get to talk a lot. And I would like to offer my formal apology to totally putting Ryan to the side and making him listen and not be part of the show very much.
you know, I didn't mind at all just because I actually really enjoy listening to X. I was the biggest fan of the Red Light Roundtable show that they used to do,
Mm-hmm.
and when he goes off like because he has such a big huge pool of knowledge, so he's always fun. Like when you get to see or listen to him like completely nerd out, you know, it's always fun for me. So I'm sorry, I kind of turned into a spectator just because I like listening to what Chris has or Xfer has to say. So that's my fault. But
We got a lot of good feedback from Chris being on the show. People seem to really enjoy him, so we'll try and have him on a few more times. And we still want to do our super awesome drunk show, but
apparently he was really drunk during that show.
yeah,
so.
I kind of noticed. I kept trying to like steer him, and he started going off on these tirades a little bit. And then when he started showing us for all those who listened and didn't watch, he kept showing all these Topps trading Star Wars cards that he got. And I was like, oh man, I think he's wasted. But if you like Chris or Xfer, you can always find him on his show. He's the host of the Utah Outcast. They're our sister show on Pod Hell, and they're a really good show. So if you like him, you can check him out more on his show.
Yeah.
And we'll have him on our show from time to time. So, but we are glad to be back to the Brian and Ryan show. And Ryan promises next time to participate more, and he will participate a lot tonight.
Oh yeah, I'll be participating all over the place.
He's gonna just participate maybe over there and over there.
Yeah.
He's probably participating right now.
Oh, You can't see my hands, but I'm participating.
You're participating so hard right now.
Yes.
All right. On that note, what time is it, Ryan?
I don't know. I think I could go for a little bit of ninja news time,
It is
Brian.
Ninja News time. Double punch. Pa!
So I'm sad to say that there's no Star Wars news this week. I mean, nothing happened. Nobody gives a shit.
Bull fucking
And,
shit.
so let's just.
We got a movie coming out in like 2 months, so you know there's Star Wars news. There's all kinds of Star Wars
And
news.
as everyone should know by now, Brian is a mega gigantic Star Wars nerd. So I'm just a fan of the show and or of the series. So I am not as over the top as Brian is. So, but I still really love the shit out of it. So.
Well, as always, if there's any Star Wars news, we are going to lead with it because, like Ryan said, I am a giant Star Wars nerd dork. I don't know. I prefer to call myself a Star Wars affectionate. You know what? I can't even say it. I prefer to call myself a Star Wars super fan. Affectionado. There we go.
I can't fully bust out the lightsaber because I tried to turn it on before the show and the battery's dead, but. Thankfully, my Ultra Saber has a plug-in through a plug battery charger. I did not do that very well.
Dude, we are just all over the bad board.
Dude, I'm
to...
almost in vacation mode, and that's why we're recording early.
Well, you know, usually I get myself all prepared all week to what I'm going to talk about. For those of you who don't know, I'm a delivery driver, so I spend a lot of time driving around by myself. So I can mentally prepare myself for the shows and what I want to talk about and what, me and Ryan are going to rant about or discuss. And so this week a day early, I feel like I'm just a little off my game. So apparently Ryan's in vacation mode and I'm in unprepared mode. So we apologize in advance for the bad transitions, the awkward pauses, and the bad jokes.
Yeah, I think it's all you, really. So.
Whatever. It's not all me. I'm awesome. Huh.
So.
But like Ryan kind of teased earlier, we thought there wouldn't be as much news this week, but there is a ton of news. Usually the news dump from all the media doesn't usually happen until Thursday, so usually Thursday night we have a ton of news. But on the last couple of days there has been, look, I got 2 pages of news, people. So we're gonna hit on some Star Wars news, and then we'll try and blow through it.
I have a whole section of my screen is dedicated to news.
Lots of news, and then we got some Q&A. We did get a few questions from people, and as promised, me and Ryan are going to bring back some rants this week. We got a fun one for everybody, followed up by some recommendations. So we have an action-packed show for you, and since I already cued the ninja music, pow!
We already did it. Just start the Star Wars crap, and I'll sit here and nod. Go.
Can I play with my lightsaber first?
Go.
I'm stalling, Ryan, because I don't know.
You're being distracted again.
All right, hang on. Stop. Let me stop. I got something. Hang on.
Why are we stopping? Ah. I had milk. That's what I drank tonight. I drank milk because I'm trying to have strong bones and calcium. And also, I had.
So you're trying to have a strong boner?
I had some oatmeal raisin cookies with frosting on them. And
I'm having some rum. So that's always
yes,
just a little bit, people.
Good.
Just a little bit. All right, so Star Wars news. In case anybody hasn't noticed, there's a Star Wars movie coming out in December, people. And
really? What's it called?
It is called Star Wars 7. Super awesome Star Wars nerd time. Now it's Star Wars 7: The Force Awakens opens December 18th.
I'm looking at your eyes right now. And I've seen how much you've drank so far. How are you slightly intoxicated tonight, or is it just?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm like literally like almost on your like.
I told
if
you.
we were in real life, we'd be like almost nose to nose.
Really?
Right now.
It's gonna be like a Lady in the Tramp scene. Are we gonna kind of almost make out with our noses? All right.
All right.
Sorry. I'm having a hard time just getting focused. All right, time to get focused. Focus. So, Star Wars news. There is a Star Wars movie coming out, people. If you did not know, you are
Yes,
living on a
the
different
end.
planet.
So,
And so we have gotten a couple Star Wars trailers, but we are going to get yet one more Star Wars trailer, and it looks like it's going to be coming out on Monday, people. October 19th appears to be the day that we will get the third and final Star Wars Episode 7 trailer.
and I will completely be ignoring it because my rule is I do not watch past the second trailer. So,
I usually follow suit with that, but I can't lie. I will totally watch the trailer probably 100 times. So
okay.
the good news is, though, is that JJ has done a great job of not giving away really anything
Yeah,
in the
that's the only
trailers.
reason I don't like to do it because there's just so many spoilers now.
I mean, the movie is only like, I saw a thing, I think it's 65 days away, and we don't know anything about this movie. So I don't think they're going to spoil everything with the new trailer. My guess is they'll probably finally show Leia and Luke and make us all giddy and excitable. The other little bit of news too is that it sounds like it's going to be also ticket sales are going to be pre-order ticket sales are going to go on sale the same day. So none of this.
You don't have to worry about it because I'll be getting you press seats.
Yeah, I'm probably going to also buy tickets, but press these
Yeah.
people. You know what? All this hard work pays off when you get to see Star Wars 10 days before everybody else.
Yep.
Go ahead and hate me, people. Send me hate mail. Send me hate mail, people.
Yes.
At BrianWest53, hit me up. Tell me how much you hate me, because I'm
And
going to
then-
see it early.
Brian's gonna print them all out, and he's just gonna lay on top of it.
I'm going to lay on top of them like,
Gonna
what's
rub
that
your
movie?
feet all-
Indecent Proposal. Where she
Yes.
lays on the money. It's going to be Star Wars tickets. No, but none of this has been confirmed by Disney, but some pretty reliable sources said this is going to happen. AMC apparently has been prepping their employees that they're going to be pre-selling Star Wars tickets on October 19th. So if you are really, really excited like I am, when you want to see it opening weekend, this movie is going to sell out, and it's going to sell out fast. So
All right, it's gonna be sold out by October 20th.
it's going to be sold out by October 19th before midnight. So get online, get your tickets as soon as they go on sale if you want to see this opening weekend, because early estimates are that it's going to do over $500 million opening weekend. So
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that in a lot of places, maybe like the first 2 weeks, or at least the first week, will be completely sold out.
yeah, I have a sneak. Well, I mean, IMAX has already reserved Star Wars for an entire month. Usually IMAX only does it for about a week or two. They've already got it blocked off for the entire month. I feel like this movie is going to be that movie that kind of brings back those old days where you have to wait in lines and the tickets are sold out, and it becomes an event. I think it's going to be huge. Just early buzz is. I think this first trailer was viewed over 90 million times. So I mean, it's.
And it's such a worldwide brand now that it's you can't just assume that it'll be good in the United States and then parts of Europe and maybe China. This is a world brand. This is a global brand that
and it's a nostalgia brand. I mean, look at what Jurassic World was able to do. I mean, I know Jurassic World made a lot of money, but honestly, it wasn't really that great of a movie. But it tapped into the feeling of the original Jurassic Park and made people remember that movie. And people saw it in hordes. I mean, it made $1.5 billion. I think right now it's the number 3 highest grossing movie of all time. And that was a movie that really, story-wise, really wasn't all that good. But it was entertaining, and it reminded people of the first Jurassic Park. In a lot of ways, that's kind of what Star Wars Episode 7's doing. It's reminding people of 4, 5, and 6 and not the prequels. And people are very excited to go see this movie. I mean, people are very excited to go see this. I'm not the only one out there ready to see Star Wars. So buy your tickets. We're very excited. Obviously, we will post the trailer. We'll splatter it all over Facebook. I'm sure we'll probably put a post up on Watch Play Read.
All right, it'll be all over. So
it will be all over. So check our Facebook.
It will be hard to miss it. We'll say that.
Yeah, we'll make sure you can find it. So anyway, that's happening. Like I said, it should be on Monday. Nothing official, so it is subject to change, obviously. But that is what we are hearing, and something to look forward to. Also, if you're a little worried, like some people are, that J.J. Abrams may screw this movie up, or that Disney may get their little hooks into it, or whatever. Well, I guess if you're worried JJ's screwing it up, this isn't really going to put your mind at ease. But JJ kind of came out in an interview that he had and basically said that he has final cut of this movie, that Disney is not going to make him make any changes. They're not going to, they're not going to step in and Disney-fy it. They're going to let him they bought into his vision for this movie, and he has the final cut on the movie. So he's right now working on the final cut. Apparently, the rumor is that it's going to come in at about 140 minutes, so it's going to be a little bit longer than some of the other ones. But that makes sense. A little over 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours and 20
as long
minutes.
as it's not three. Three's kind of long.
Yeah, so I'm hearing between
There are
130 and
people that
140
like a
minutes.
3-hour Star Wars movie, but
Yeah, I'd watch. Well, some of us watch a 3-hour Star Wars movie, but not obviously everybody would. But there's a lot of story to catch up on, a lot of story to tell. Because even though this is a sequel, not a prequel, it's 30 years after Return of the Jedi, so there's a lot of kind of backstory they got to fill in a little bit and let us know what's going on with some of these characters. So I anticipated a longer movie, and the running time does not
I
surprise
just can't
me.
wait. I can't wait to find out what the hell Luke's been doing.
I know.
I mean, oh,
Yeah, let's not talk about it, or else we will blow our
knowing
time out.
part is what kills me. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's such a. I know you've been reading Aftermath, the book that's supposed to be right after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, my OCD is I don't like having these gaps in knowledge. So,
Well, this is a little off topic, but if you also want to know a little bit more about what happened after Return of the Jedi, some of the comic books are filling in those gaps. They actually have a comic book right now. I believe it's one of the ones by Greg Rucka, who's a really good comic book writer. It's called Shattered Empire. It happens right after Return of the Jedi, but it follows Luke and Leia and Han and stuff like that. So it's more of the the main cast versus like Aftermath has a lot of new characters and a couple secondary characters. So if anybody wants to know what's going on, I haven't personally read it. I usually wait for the trades, but I think the trade probably won't be out till after the movie. So I'll probably have to pick it up, pay the $5 an issue and pick it up. But from what I'm hearing, it's really, really good. So if you want to know what's happening and you can't wait till episode 7 comes out, check out Aftermath. So far I've been reading it. I like what I'm reading. And Shattered Empire from Marvel. So.
And Alan, our Star Wars nerd on Watch Play Read, has got a review of Aftermath.
Yeah, he has a full review. It's on the website. I also retweeted it, and you can find it on Facebook, and it's all out there. So
I'll repost it.
And Ryan will repost it. In fact, he'll throw it up on the Geek Dad Report Facebook page. So, yeah, boom. We're cross-pollinating.
Yes.
So, there had to be one movie. We all knew that something was going to open opposite Star Wars 7.
Yes, which we all knew was the bad idea. So
if you open your movie opposite Star Wars 7, you are saying that we are not going to make any money. So somebody actually did it.
They're hoping that it's just they're doing it just so nobody even knows this movie exists.
Yes. The movie The Victim, The Sacrificial Lamb, that will be opening opposite Star Wars 7 will be Alvin and the Chipmunks 3. The Road Chip. I have no idea what that title means, but it's going to bomb horribly bad.
Oh, ship. I thought you said shit for a second.
Okay, so this isn't going to mean anything to anybody watching or listening to the show, but Ryan, I didn't have a chance to tell you. I was a little behind, so I used the talk to text on my phone to put in the show notes to send them to you, and so Siri misidentified a few of my words, so you may find a few errors on our show notes sheet tonight.
If I was show people these texts, that it would explain why I thought Brian was drunk earlier. Because a lot of this stuff looks like
I was wondering where you're going with that. I'm like, man, I mean, I have a little cocktail, but it's like just a little cocktail. Not... But yeah, so that's what Ryan was alluding to, and some of my my words did not come out perfectly. But hey, when you work a job, you have children, and you're crunched for time, you got to do what you got to do, people.
Yeah. Not a lot of shows even do this stuff.
No one should complain, okay? You guys are getting this all for free. Me and Ryan don't throw up no stupid ads. We don't charge nobody. We give this to you out of the kindness of our hearts.
Yeah.
Enjoy
because we want people to be able to sound smart in front of other people.
Yeah, so you should enjoy this, and please share.
Yeah.
We'd like to get paid one day. And the last bit of Star Wars news we got for you guys is it's not so much news. It's just kind of a State of the Union for Star Wars. It's kind of an interesting topic, so we figured we'd spend a minute and talk about it. Kathleen Kennedy, the CEO, the president of LucasArts. I don't know if she's a CEO. I don't know if they have a CEO because it'd probably be what Disney's. But she's the president.
She's the president.
She's the president of Lucasfilms. Basically, she attended this I don't know, seminar, I guess it's called. It's where is it? It is. It's kind of a very
fancy sounding, official sounding name.
Yeah, I want to find it.
the seminar
I
on
don't want to mess it up.
the business capacity of a theater location, regionals, distribution network,
No. Well, apparently I didn't put
supply
it in there.
chain management.
Oh
I'm just
well. So Kathleen Kennedy, I think it's like Women of Power seminar or something. I thought I had the notes. I got some really long notes. Sorry for the awkward pause there. Told you there'd be a few tonight. Basically, it's just it's a women. It's a very influential women seminar. It's for women CEOs, women presidents, actresses, people who can talk about women's and women's rights and helping move equality and everything going forward for women. They talked about Star Wars and they talked about the future of Star Wars and how, one of her goals is to make sure that Star Wars is very diverse and that women have a huge place in Star Wars. It's not that women, I think, were purposely cut out of Star Wars because, Princess Leia is one of the main characters, but obviously, like a lot of movies and franchises, Star Wars was definitely a much more male-oriented and male-driven franchise. And the universe is a very large place, and we all acknowledge that there are plenty of women in it. Probably close to 50% or more of the universe is women. So, one of her goals is to make sure going forward that Star Wars represents that, and not just in the movies, which they've already done a really good job of. Rogue One is, the main lead is a female. Obviously, Episode 7, Daisy Ridley, who's playing Rey. Hey, finally said her name right. Yes.
Good job.
Daisy Ridley, rumored to be one of the Skywalkers, and one of the main leads is clearly obviously a female. Episode 8 is rumored that they're looking for 2 more leads, to have 2 or 3 female leads in that movie. So they're doing a very good job of making sure that women are very well represented in the new movies, but she also wants to make sure that behind the scenes they are too. And so, half the production staff is female, most of her staff is female. She's really going out of her way to make sure that she's hiring good females to help populate Lucasfilms and women who are passionate about Star Wars and who love it just as much as men, making sure that they have a place in the Star Wars universe and in the film franchise. But somebody asked her about women directors, and so she wanted to address that a little bit. How come there hasn't been a female director for Star Wars yet? We have all these movies coming out and all these directors announced, and not a single female name has been mentioned. So she addressed that, basically saying that it is her goal to make sure that one day a female does direct a Star Wars movie, but that for her, she loves this property so much, she doesn't want it just to be like, oh, you're a female, so you get to direct this movie. She wants to make sure it's the right fit and someone has the right passion, which I think is important. I definitely think we need to diversify. We need to make sure that we get more females in our movies, and we've talked about Marvel and about DC and some of these other properties too, about making sure that women are adequately represented. But at the same time, I do think sometimes people lose focus, and you don't want to force something just to force something. You want the right fit. You don't want to just say we want this person because we need to fill a role. We want this person because they're the best fit for the universe. So she's on the lookout for a really good female director who's loves Star Wars and is the right fit. But apparently part of the problem is on her end. It's not that she hasn't hired anybody because she hasn't found even the right fit, but she hasn't had any female directors even apply for Star Wars. So she said that she's had numerous just phone ringing off the hook from male directors looking to direct a Star Wars movie, that they're passionate about the project, that they have a vision and they want to do a movie, but she has yet to have a single female director. Now, there isn't a ton of female directors out there as it is, but it is a little disheartening that no one's even called to ask for the job. So
Yeah.
I don't know how many high-powered female directors listen to our show, but if any of you do, call her, man. She is looking for the right person to direct a Star Wars movie. If you are,
And you don't suck.
you don't suck and you love Star Wars, give her a call.
Yeah. I for my daughter's sake, I want to see more female incorporation because, our girls are the same. They like to, they watch Ninja Turtles. They watch all like the nerdy stuff. It's not just for boys anymore. And as some people try to still make it that way, that boys, are only like Star Wars. We have friends of ours that all their boys like to watch My Little Pony, and My Little Pony's not a bad show. I've seen nearly every episode at least 3 times.
I will say though, My Little Pony I've seen it. I've watched it with my girls. Not a bad show. However, some of these brony shows that people show up and they dress up as My Little Ponies and they go to these My Little Pony conventions. Nothing but dudes. A little weird, people. A little strange.
They have some decent shirts that are like male shirts that I've seen.
Oh, I joke. It is a little weird, but hey, everyone should embrace their passions,
Yes.
as long as they're not illegal. But just gotta throw that out there.
Yeah.
But no, and definitely, and I'm with you. I mean, I have two daughters, and they love girl superheroes and they love girl things. I mean, one of the things I love about Star Wars Rebels is my oldest daughter's favorite character is Sabine, who's a female, basically Boba Fett. She's a mercenary, she's and they love her, and I think that's great. I think it's great that everyone can identify with somebody that they love, and it helps me as a father be able to bring my daughters into some of the things I enjoy, because now they have something that they can relate to, and it's not just they can watch Star Wars with me, or they can watch, Avengers or anything with me, because there's somebody there they can relate to.
Yeah,
So,
and for me, it's Ninja Turtles. My daughter has Ninja Turtle shirts and everything, and it's awesome. So,
and I'm glad I'm glad she's actively, hopeful that a female director comes in and wants to direct a Star Wars movie. I mean, I definitely think in the movie industry in general, there's a lack of quality female, filmmakers. I'm not sure. I'm not in the industry, so I can't say why. To have as many men versus women says that there's a problem. I mean, I think Jennifer Lawrence just wrote a scathing letter to some magazine for Hollywood, basically just saying that she's tired of the shit and she's no longer going to hold her mouth, and that she's pissed about how much she gets paid versus all her male co-stars. She's one of the most bankable stars in the world. And yet she was talking about what was the last movie she just did? It had Christian Bale and Christian Bale.
Crap.
Yeah, I know.
You keep talking. I'm gonna look
Bradley Cooper and basically every single male actor got paid more than she did, and that was released when the Sony hacks happened and everybody released all these information and American Hustle. And so she.
Oh, damn it! I was just
got Ryan, I got the Google right here, man. I don't even need it on the computer. And she's right. I mean, she is right. We're in we're 2015, people. The days of men and women not getting paid equal because women weren't working is gone. I mean, women work just as hard as men, and they should be paid equally. So she has a point, and I would love to see more female directors in Hollywood.
Well, I think that even during that whole Sony thing when they got the hackers stuff came out, and they posted like how much people were making in some of the movies, and it's just like Meryl Streep or something, like some big actress made $4 million, and then like the male actor made 25.
I think we even mentioned a few shows back when the Forbes list of most highest paid actors came out. Robert Downey Jr. was #1 for men, and he made something like $80 million. And Jennifer Lawrence was #1 for women, and she made like 50. I mean, that is a huge difference
She's
between
way better movies than he did.
Well, I'm not gonna say he made that Marvel money, but but still, I mean, it is definitely not just that. As a moviegoer, as a guy who is a part-time film critic and enjoys movies, I like seeing different visions. And men and women, we view things differently sometimes. And I think new blood, especially new female blood, can bring some different visions to movies that maybe we haven't seen. I mean, I don't want to see the same thing over and over and over again. I'd like to see something from a different perspective. I think the perception is too that women directors should direct women movies. I know like Wonder Woman is getting done, and they actively sought a female director. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but female directors aren't only good for movies about girls.
Yeah, that's true, and that's where you kind of get into the thing where
I always forget her name, but I think was it Catherine Bigelow. She did Zero Dark 30. She did Point Break. I mean, Point Break was a male testosterone fueled movie directed by a female, and it was a fantastic movie. So I don't know. I'm sure no high powered execs are listening to our shows, and most of us probably can't do anything about it. But if any of you
changed the world.
Yeah, any of you people, high CEOs at Sony and Warner Bros. Listening to our show right now, Quit being bigots. Hire females.
Yes.
They're awesome. Anyway, there's our.
I like girls.
I like girls. You know what? No, it's not even that. You know what? Like you said, we both have daughters. We are geek dads, and we want our girls to be able to be directors and be able to get paid the same as guys do for the same work. And
My daughter wants to be a veterinarian, and no matter how hard I try, she's stuck on wanting to be a veterinarian.
you know, I want my daughter to be able to say if she wants to be president, she can be president. You know, I mean, I don't know if I'm voting for Hillary Clinton or not. I mean, this isn't going to be a political debate, you know, but I
Bernie.
will say I like Bernie, I like Hillary, but if either one of them get in the office, if Hillary gets in, one of the things I'll be happy about is I can tell my daughter, guess what? Now you can be president of the United States because
As long as your husband was president first.
as long as your husband is the president first, you can be president of the United States now. But anyway, that's our I guess serious topic rant that we'll kind of let go. It's not really a rant, just something we wanted to touch base on. It's important, people, and me and Ryan are goofy and crazy, but we do care.
Yes.
Occasionally.
We care.
About stuff.
And you know what else I care about?
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Now that was a much better transition.
Yes. Even though the premiere was for season 6 was slightly smaller than season 5, I think the show overall was a much more solid episode. I mean, it was an hour and 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah, it
or
was
something.
an hour and a half show, and it definitely had the feel of a kind of a mini movie almost.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very big episode done. I loved how they did it, where they did half in like a flashback. It was all black and white, and it all led up to the middle, and then finished the end. It was great.
Yes. And if you don't know what happened, this episode basically explains why the Alexandria community that they're in has not had a lot of walkers in it. And when you find out why, you're like, oh crap.
Well,
and then how they resolved that issue, I thought was pretty damn ballsy and interesting. So
yeah, no, I'm with you. I thought it was a pretty cool concept. I did like how they showed that, because they brought it up last season that there's been no walkers, and I always thought that was kind of weird. I'm glad to see them actually resolve that. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a really good episode. I'm not really sure why the numbers were so vastly different from the premiere last year to the premiere this year. I think even the season finale last year drew over 15 million. So, I mean, it was still the number one rated show on Sunday nights. It even beat Sunday Night Football, which is not easy. Football's a juggernaut.
yeah,
But I think maybe some of it, I actually think some of it might have to do with the Fear of the Walking Dead. I think the lead-in, I think a lot of people maybe didn't realize that it was on the following week. So,
yeah, I could see how that could be confusing, or the Fear of the Walking Dead just kind of didn't
over zombified people.
like all that excitement was lost. You know,
the build up there was
the show was coming back, so a lot of people might have just DVR'd it and be like,
well, and it was a really long episode. They haven't actually released the official numbers, including playback, yet on DVR. So my guess is once those numbers are released, it's going to be a little bit higher, because I think due to the length of it, possible little overexposure, there wasn't the build up. You had some zombies leading up to this. Maybe that definitely affected the number. But if anybody decided to tune out this season for whatever reason, don't. It's off to a really strong start, and I think it's going to be a really good season. So.
yes.
But yeah, Walking Dead, really good. So there's your guys' mini review. Walking Dead, season 6, thumbs up. Boom.
Woo!
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yes. And now I can finally start reading that trade paperback.
I know.
So.
I gotta get caught up. I think I'm one behind. I can catch up now.
Yes.
Let's see. What else we got here? So Cinemax is developing a new show based on a George R.R. Martin novel.
Oh, a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah, my guess is do not get attached to any character. They'll probably get dead. It does not have to do with dragons or the Tyrions, Lannisters.
Yes.
No, it's based on a book. Where's it at? It's called Skin Trade. It's apparently about werewolves, and apparently it's the novel series is kind of like a detective procedural that has to do in the world of werewolves. So
It sounds like one of the Cinemax's soft porn movies.
yeah, Skin Trade.
Yeah, Skin Trade.
Well, Cinemax, if people don't know, is actually like I don't know, it's owned by HBO. It's kind of like they make it just to have a separate channel, but no surprise that HBO is continuing to do their business with George R. R. Martin. Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
It's
they
obviously
want
a big
to keep
show.
him happy when they overtake him in the books and he starts crying. So
Yeah, well, now he's got something new to talk about. I don't know if Jon Snow will die in that novel. Probably not. Just like he's not dead in season 6. Guarantee it. Guarantee. You're here to hear it first, people.
yep, he's gonna come back
He's coming back.
and rise up from his soldier's fires.
And he is going to destroy Ramsay Bolton, that dirty son of a bitch. Guaranteed. I'm calling it right now. He's going to attack Winterfell. He's taking back Winterfell. He's killing the Boltons. And he's
Isn't he
axing
already
the
at
White Walkers.
Winterfell? Oh no, Jon Snow's gonna take Winterfell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you think I meant Bolton?
Yeah, I was
Bolton's
like,
going down.
There, dude.
That guy's such a dick. I did love, on a little side note here, I did love the end of last season. Like, when it showed Bolton for, like, the 1 second, he kills, like, 3 guys and goes, yep, that's about it, and then hops on his horse and rides away. I was just like, it was, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. It made me laugh. The guy's such a dick. All right, so we got some stuff we'll blow through real quick. We already ran long, and we want to get to our rant. So, some quick news. Beauty and the Beast. I've never seen it. It's a CW show, but if you like it, sorry, it's going to be canceled after season 4.
Yeah.
Enjoy season 4. That's all you get. Dominion on Sci-Fi has also been canceled.
And I wasn't watching it, so
Yeah, unfortunately nobody was. That's why it was canceled.
Yeah.
No, I watched it. It got pretty bad, honestly, but it was based on the movie Legion, which I kind of enjoyed. So I'm kind of sad because the season 2 finale ended on a high note, and they were going to bring in Lucifer, which would have been pretty cool, but sadly I will never see it again. It was not even closely or highly rated. It wasn't rated well enough or liked enough that anybody's going to pick it up. So if you like Dominion, sorry people. You'll have to imagine what happens in your mind. The movie Noah, the biblical movie Noah, I believe came out last year from Darren Aronofsky, was okay.
Oh yeah, and it pissed off all the people that thought they were seeing a Bible-based movie. Turned out to not be a Bible-based movie.
My favorite criticism of that movie was it wasn't historically accurate, which is so funny. Just that phrase alone is hilarious.
You can fit all the animals in the world 2 by 2 on a boat, Brad.
Oh, anyway. The people behind Noah are going to be redoing the 10 Commandments, so I don't know, whatever. I just hope I hope, personally, I will watch it if they take the same liberties with that movie like they did with Noah, because personally, I enjoyed Noah for what it was. I mean, I thought it was kind of a cool take on the idea of Noah, but anyway, 10 Commandments. They just recently did an Exodus movie, which is pretty much 10 Commandments, so
Yeah.
look forward to another Exodus 10 Commandments movie, people. That's coming out.
We need more Jesus movies.
Yeah, Die Hard. There's another franchise that will never, ever, ever, ever die.
No.
Die Hard 6 is going to be shooting soon, and apparently it's going to be a prequel / not prequel. So it sounds like they want John McClane. They want Bruce Willis back to be John McClane, of course. But apparently the movie's also set in 1979 with a young John McClane. So
how are they going to pull that off?
I personally hope they just don't even care and they put a really bad wig on him and just say that he's like 20.
That'd be awesome. And then
So great. If it was rated R and they just let him go crazy with, mother effers left and right, it'd be great.
motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much. They do that, I'll go see it. Some Flash movie news. So the Flash movie, I don't believe, comes out till 2018 for Warner Brothers, but some information's starting to come out. I think they're finishing up the script and everything, but I believe it's starring Ezra Miller, which I'm not really familiar with him.
So they're not doing the guy from the TV show.
No, they're not. Warner Brothers is not tying in any of the CW shows to the movies, which I don't know. Take it for what it is.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Apparently, the Flash suit though is going to be a mechanical version of the suit, so a mechanicalized version. Anybody's played the game Injustice? That's kind of the way the suit is there. I don't know. It's the new 52 version of the Flash suit is kind of almost like armor, so I'm guessing that's the way that the look they're going to go with. Personally, I'm a traditionalist. I kind of like the old Flash suit, but the way I look at it is Flash doesn't need armor because he's faster than a speeding bullet, so whatever. But
that's
just kind of
I'm guessing on episode 8 of the season 1 of the Flash on the CW, and it is awesome.
I cannot wait to finish it.
I don't
It's such
know
a good
why.
show. So good. Can't wait to catch up. I'm on season 2. Episode 2. Watched it last night. So good. Highly recommend Flash. We recommended it last week if you didn't watch the show.
I was trying to segue it for you too.
Yeah, also on Flash. So last season, have you gotten to the Trickster episode yet?
No, I have
so
not.
those not familiar, Mark Hamill was the Trickster in the original 1989 or 90 series, Flash series. He's kind of a Joker-esque character, but he reprised his role as the Trickster in the new Flash last season for an episode, and it was great. Mark Hamill voices the Joker, and there was a lot of the Joker in the Trickster, which made it just a great character. So he has been spotted on set, and he's going to be reprising his role as the Trickster in another episode of Flash for season 2. So
I'm out of that episode, Drew. I know he gets out.
yeah, well, you'll see. It's not really. You knew they weren't gonna like kill him off, but it was a really fun standalone episode last season, and I'm really excited for him coming back for season 2. So you will highly enjoy it. I cannot wait till you watch it. You will let me know. Let's see, some Steven Spielberg news here. So Spielberg is basically doing his press junket for, what is it, the Bridge of Spies or something like that?
Yes.
Is that what it's
Bridge
called?
of Spies.
Bridge of Spies. And somebody kind of had mentioned about, that he's worked with Harrison Ford and Tom Hanks, 4 times each, and who was going to win that tie. And he basically just said, well, more than likely, I'm going to get around to directing Indiana Jones 5, so I'm sure I'll work with Harrison, and Harrison will have the record. He'll beat out Tom. So obviously, the internet kind of melted on that a little bit. Didn't sound like there was anything in the works, but it definitely sounded like it was more than just speculate. Like, oh, one day I'll do it. It definitely sounded like there was some talks in there. And we've reported before that Disney's kind of wants to relaunch the Indiana Jones property. So I don't know. We'll see. But just some kind of fun news. Indiana Jones possibly could be coming back with Harrison Ford. I don't know. Take it as you want. The Hulk. A lot of people want to know when the Hulk is going to be coming back into the MCU. If you haven't watched Avengers, spoiler alert, he floats off in a ship and you don't know what's going to happen to him. A lot of people speculate what is going to happen to him. A lot of us hope for a World War Hulk, but it sounds like the Hulk's next appearance is going to be in Thor Ragnarok, which is, I think, pretty awesome. If you ever watched the cartoons or read the comics, Thor has actually had many adventures in Asgard. Loki has transported him there many times and turned him into a rage monster to try and destroy Thor. So I actually think that'd be pretty cool. You get Thor, who hangs out with a bunch of people almost as tough as he is, and he can really smash a lot of stuff. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and as we know, Hulk thinks that Loki is a puny god. So
yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity for some really good stuff for Hulk and Thor. But anyway, so that's a rumor. Obviously, as usual, Marvel never confirms anything, so take it for what you will. But that is the solid rumor floating around the interwebs right now. Some more Marvel news. Spider-Man is going to start showing up at Disneyland in November.
Does he shoot web at people? They walk
I hope
in?
so. That'd be pretty cool. Just runs around and plasters little kids. Of course, that'd be kind of weird too.
Yeah, just shot him right in the face.
But just another little cue that the Sony Marvel relationship is much more than Sony than Marvel's helping Sony produce Spider-Man. It's I have a feeling it's a lot more one-sided in Marvel and Disney's favor than than Sony wants people to know. But if you're excited for Spider-Man, he will be appearing with a lot of the other Avengers and stuff in Disneyland. So
can't complain.
Cool. A little more Marvel news. Netflix
sometime soon. So
yeah, I'm gonna be going to Disney World in a couple of years. So hopefully by then, I think next year they break ground on the Star Wars part of Disney World and Disneyland. So hopefully by the time I get down there, Star Wars World will be up and running. Netflix apparently is going to be developing another Marvel series. The rumor is that Moon Knight is coming to Netflix.
Other than I know that he wears a white costume, I don't know much about Moon Knight.
So Moon Knight, without getting too in depth, basically he's another martial artist, fighter. In the original comic book, he was a Marine and a boxer and a kung fu expert. Basically, he goes on an expedition to Egypt, finds a statue of an ancient god, and basically gains superhuman strength and stuff like that. And so he comes back to the States. He's another one of these street-level characters. Think Daredevil, but with powers. So, he'd fit in really good to the...
New York?
What?
Is he in New York?
Yeah,
Daredevil?
he's in New York, Hell's Kitchen. He's, like I said, he fits in perfectly with what they've got going on there. Just another example of them expanding that, street-level superhero thing with the Punisher and Elektra and now Moon Knight.
Is he in that group The
The Defenders? No, he's worked with the Defenders a few times, but I mean, my guess is that's when he'd probably show up. It sounds like what they want to do is a backdoor pilot, so basically add him as a character, and then if people like him, give him his own series down the road.
Okay.
But anyway, nothing confirmed. Like I said, Marvel doesn't really confirm anything, so if we hear something, we'll let you guys know. Fox, the worst studio ever, unless they want to support us. And then we'd gladly sing their praises. But no, Fox is developing. They've been talking about it for a while, developing some mutant TV shows. It sounds like they actually have a couple that they're going to make pilots of. The first one is Legion, is a show based on Legion, who is the son of Professor X. He's a schizophrenic, massively powerful. For me personally, won't go too much into Legion, but he's an odd character, I think, to base a show on. Basically, anybody familiar with the Age of Apocalypse comic books, he's basically who triggers the Age of Apocalypse comic books, and he's never... I haven't read recently, maybe they've redone his character a little bit, but I don't know.
Fox is basically probably just trying to retain the rights in any way possible.
I don't know. Fox is, of all the mutants and all the things they could do a great TV show, Legion does not strike me as one that they should do. The other one is Hellfire Club. Basically, we've already seen the Hellfire Club. They were who Kevin Bacon's character the White Queen in X-Men First Class. That was the Hellfire Club, and apparently they're gonna tell the exact same story they did in First Class. The show's gonna be set in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, and follow these group of evil mutants around. So I don't know. There's X-Force, Excalibur. There's so many directions that the show could go in, and I just feel that Fox has no idea what they're really doing when it comes to the X-Men property, but
they don't.
But that is happening. The only thing that did excite me this week is Bryan Cranston, who played Heisenberg in Breaking Bad, who's a great actor. He actually came out and said that he wants to be Mr. Sinister in a Marvel movie.
That would be pretty cool.
I would love that. I think he'd be great as Mr. Sinister. I would just give me a Cable movie, and if you give me a Cable movie, you have to put Mr. Sinister in it. So I'm just going to say that. There you go.
Yeah,
Cable movie, Mr. Sinister, make it happen, Fox. Hopefully you don't screw it up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Last couple things, a little bit of news we got for you guys is Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight is coming to theaters, I believe, this December. There's going to be 2 cuts of the movie. So he shot the movie on 70mm film, so the old school movies where like the 70s where you get the bad,
It's such a great film.
Yeah, it's a terrible film. It looks bad, but apparently that version is going to be longer than the other version, so depending on which theater you go see it in, you may get a different version of that. I think it looks cool, but whatever, I don't really care that much.
Sort of super nerds.
Legendary Pictures and Warner Brothers have decided to team up to create a monster universe. And by monster, I mean mega monsters like King Kong and Godzilla and Mothra and the other ones.
All the old school stuff that's still kind of cool. Even though
still kind of cool.
They're trying to do some King Kong movies. The last ones were not. It was okay. The one with Jack Black and it wasn't that bad.
Well, they have the new one coming out in 2017. Actually, it's called Kong Skull Island is coming out. That has Loki himself, Tom Hiddleston, I think his name is.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the first movie in this shared universe that's coming out. It's coming out in 2017, and then Godzilla 2 will be out in 2018, and then the culmination of those 2 movies that's going to tie in together is going to be Kong versus Godzilla in 2020. Followed up by more monster movies after that, but those are the 3 they have announced right now. So
you can do Mothra.
Yeah, oh yeah, Mothra's definitely going to be in that. So anybody who's a big monster fan, I used to stay up and watch Monster Madness on TNT on Saturday nights and all the old bad
monster
Japanese
movies are just like dumb fun.
Oh yeah,
and
for the people fun.
If people are going to be super critical of it, I want to punch them in the face.
Yeah, in my opinion, the dumber the better. So I'm excited for these.
That's what those movies should be. They should just be just dumb fun.
Dumb fun. I'm excited for these, and I think they'll be awesome. So, the last little bit of news we got for you guys isn't so much news. There's a couple new trailers out, some stuff worth mentioning. Batman: Bad Blood is the next DC animated movie. It is not a movie about Batman and Taylor Swift, but
yes,
but it looks awesome. We put the trailer up on our Facebook page, so head over to Geek Dad Report on Facebook and check it out. It is there, and it looks pretty awesome. And we also
Damien and some Batgirl, I think I saw.
Yeah, it's got Batgirl. It's basically Batman kind of disappeared, and
The
and
rest of the people got to pick up the slack.
Dick Grayson is being Batman. Anyway, it's a kind of a continuation of the Batman versus Robin movies that line of movies, the Court of Owls and stuff that they did. So it looks pretty cool. If you like the animation, I'm sure you'll like it. It looks awesome. I'm sure me and Ryan will give a full review when we get our early copy. Once again, hate us, send us hate
Once
mail
again,
on.
it pays to spend 5 years establishing excellent business relationships with people.
I've
So.
only been around for a couple of years, just mostly pestering Ryan and pretending to work hard, but pays to be that guy's friend. Also, Daredevil Season 2 released a quick little 30-second teaser at the New York Comic Con. Pretty cool. It doesn't show a lot of new footage, but it gives you a glimpse of the Punisher and Elektra. So we also posted that on the Facebook page. Check it out. I think it looks awesome. And just a reminder, Jessica Jones coming out next month. One of our reviewers over at Watch Play Read, Caitlin, got to go see the early screen of the first episode. She got her full review up, and she apparently says it's awesome. It looks really dark. Apparently it's the darkest one yet. So
I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about Jessica Jones, so it'll be nice to learn.
But it looks awesome. I think it's going to be great, and I don't know. Check it out. So that's all the news we got.
Woo!
If I say all, I say like a half 40 minutes of news. Look at that. There we go.
Yeah.
Make it snow, people. Here it comes.
I'm so glad I don't got to pick all that shit up.
I know. I don't know why I do it, because then I'm picking it up right now. As soon as we get off the episode, I always pick it up. I did it once, and I just have to, I'm kind of OCD about it. I have to keep doing it. All right, so we went a little long in the news, but luckily we didn't have a lot of questions because we were a day early. But thank you, everyone who did submit a question. We do appreciate it. So we will read the few that we have, and we'll go from there.
I can start off because I know one.
All right,
off
go
the
ahead.
top. It's we had one from Nicole, and she had seen something about the World of Warcraft movie, and she'd never played the games or anything like that, and she was wondering, just if it's something that we think is going to be good or whatnot. So,
I guess I'll go first. So, unfortunately, the buzz I've heard early about this movie is that people are not impressed with it so far. There's still a lot to go. A lot of people are saying, so the movie basically tells, I didn't play the game either, but the movie basically tells two stories. It tells there's the orcs and then the humans who are fighting each other, and the movie apparently nobody's the bad guy. Apparently it tells both sides stories building up to this infight that they have to have. And I worry a little bit that they're taking on a little much for a first movie. It seems like it's a massive property. It seems like it has a lot of expectation and weight behind it. Unfortunately, it seems like it's going to be one of these movies that are just doomed to fail. It's already gone over budget. It's a super long shoot. It's got a ton of CGI. I don't know. I hope it's going to be good because I love to see more games turned into movies. But I don't know. There hasn't been a trailer yet, so I'll reserve judgment for trailer. But I think at San Diego Comic-Con this year, they released a 5-minute sizzle reel, and people were very underwhelmed. So,
as someone who's played every single World of Warcraft game, but I haven't played the online multiplayer game, that setup is basically how the game is. You can play as the humans, you can play as the orcs. There's no you play in one story mode and there's the good guys and the bad guys. You play, as both sides, and they kind of make it so you understand why the orcs are, doing what they do as opposed to why the humans are, doing what they do. So having a movie basically be kind of like this, it sounds like the storyline of Warcraft 3 where you had the orcs and the humans, and then eventually they ended up having to team up together to take out an even bigger threat that came to their planet. So through some demons. So I don't know, it sounds kind of in line with the games. I'm more interested just because I've been playing it since it came out, back in the dial-up modem days. So it should be interesting, but like Brian said, there's nothing online right now about it, and I think it's due out next summer. So
yeah,
we'll see once trailers start coming out. But
yeah,
other than that, I'm still kind of
I hope it's good. I mean, movies like this, I
It's
enjoy
got
mindless.
Ragnar Lothbrok in it, so
Yeah, I do like the cast, and I'm interested in it. And like I said, I hope it's good. But it definitely has the feel of one of these bloated summer movies that they really expected to be awesome, and then just kind of a Prince of Persia or a John Carter that just does
yeah.
not do what they expect. So, unfortunately, it could be like Pan and be an epic flop. And I don't know, dude. Pan apparently, side note, they're saying that this could lose $150 million. Warner Brothers has not had a good year. Thank God they
Ouch.
got Batman v Superman coming out next year.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a bad one. So, Nicole, I don't know. I guess our final answer is hold out judgment till we at least get to see a trailer, but I would not be holding your breath hoping for an epic movie. So a little behind the scenes information. So this week's, if you did not submit a question, this week's on our This Week Please Submit a Question post, I used a picture of Marty McFly and Doc from Back to the Future because we were, doing it a day early. I thought it'd be a fun little play on a.
Well, isn't it almost the day that when they went back into
It
the
is
future?
almost. It is almost. What is it? I think it's
15th?
October
Tomorrow?
15th. Yeah, so we'll do a fun little post tomorrow. That's not why I did it. I did it just because we were a day early, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun play on, stuff. But apparently, everyone took it very literally, and all our questions are Back to the Future questions.
Yeah. Hey, I'm good for that. So,
Well, they're all kind of weird Back to the Future questions. So,
well, that's
I'll start with
that's our audience. I'm not surprised.
I will start with the normal one. Brian from Washington, thank you. You always come with good normal questions, so we can always count on you to not completely send us off the rails. So Brian wants to know if we had a DeLorean, what would be the first place we'd go to? Obviously, a DeLorean that goes back in time, I'm assuming.
Well, can it go back into the future?
Or I guess
Or
it could go to the future.
Okay. I don't know. It's tempting to say I would go do the thing that Biff ended up doing, where you steal the sports almanac
Mm-hmm.
and you go and make a bunch of bets and just get stinky ass rich. But I don't know, I would go. See, the thing is, like, if you go too far back in history, then I always just assume there's like a butterfly effect.
See, you're thinking way too much into it. I would go two places. The first place I would go is I would go back to 1996 and tell myself to invest heavily in Apple stock when it was like $1 a share.
Yeah.
After Steve Jobs got fired and it was just floundering, go buy it then. Go buy 10,000 shares, get as much money as you can put together, do whatever it takes, and go buy Apple stock. And then I'd go back, and then the second place on my way home I would stop last year. Well, let's see, I would stop in February in Arizona, and before the Super Bowl, I'd go tell Dara Bevel, when the opportunity comes and the game's on the line, do not throw the inside slant, you idiot. And then I would go home and sit in my mountain of Apple money.
No, they still don't pay a dividend on, but
Pretty sure I could.
at least you'd have a lot of stock that could be worth
Pretty
money.
sure I could sell that $600 a share stock for never have to work again.
Yeah, that's true.
Just gotta buy what 10,000 and it'll never 60 million. I'll take that.
Well, then if we're gonna go on that, I would go back in time, and right before the Transcontinental Railroad, and I would invest heavily into the railroads. And
You would probably be shot by an Indian.
dude, I am just an investor. I'm not gonna be like out riding on the planes and shit. I was going to be an investor, and then I'll get that railroad money. So when I come back, I'll just set it up so like it straight up inherits right to me.
Very cool.
That's what I would do. I'd be even richer than your Apple money.
It's true.
So, history, bitches.
Whatever.
No way.
I'll take my Apple money. I don't have to go very far back in time. I don't have to worry about being killed by Apaches. Let's see. Chris. Well, actually, we'll go with Phil here, and then Chris, and then Phil again. So
I think
Phil
we
wants
should
to
get
know, he
Phil.
says, in honor of Back to the Future, here's his question. He wants to know, considering George McFly's kid, Marty, looks just like the 1955 Calvin Klein, how come George never figured that Lorraine boned Calvin and had his love child later in life?
That's a very good question, and I would have to say that he's just an idiot. So
I would have to say that denial's a powerful thing, Phil.
yeah, that's true.
You know, I don't know. That's it.
What's your
Denial. He's
favorite?
in denial. He clearly likes Lorraine and just doesn't want to deal with it. Listen. If we really start digging into Back to the Future and pointing out all the problems with it, I mean, like for instance, how far back they were so wrong on. I mean, Marty McFly at like 48 looked like he's about 80. He looks better now when he's like 50s than he did when he looked like he was supposed to be like 45 or something in that movie. So I mean, clearly there's a lot of things they got wrong as far as that movie goes. We don't have hoverboards. We don't have flying cars. I don't know why. He did not ever guess that he was his own father.
And the maximum speed that you need to go to travel back in time seems relatively slow these days.
Yeah,
So
was it 55 miles an hour?
yeah, 55 miles per hour.
Oh my god. Maybe if you're an old person in the slow lane.
Ah!
Chris has a wonderful, tasteful question, but we said we'd read everything, so here you go, Chris. Chris from Washington, X's mortal enemies, he said last week on the show. He wants to know, piggybacking off the Back to the Future question, shouldn't Marty have gone to Michael J. Fox in 1985 and encourage him to put more money into Parkinson's research?
You know what? Where's that shame lady from Game of Thrones? And she can just stand behind Chris and just go, shame!
Shame!
Shame! That's what I want, standing behind Chris.
You know what, Chris? We're just going to give you the dad face and tell you to go to your room. That was a terrible question.
Go in your room, Chris. Shame!
And besides, the real answer to that is because Michael J. Fox played Marty McFly. It would have broken the fourth wall if he'd gone to actually seen Michael J. Fox in the DeLorean. It just wouldn't work.
This isn't Deadpool Back to the Future.
Duh. All right, and Phil wants to know if anybody else finds it weird that Alex Keaton, so another Michael J. Fox questioner, Alex Keaton from Family Ties, best friend was named Boner, and why he let his best friend named Boner hang out with his sister. Two sisters. I don't know, man. Maybe he didn't care about his sisters.
That's too deep for me, Phil.
I don't know. I want to know how... See, you know, that's the beauty of the 80s, man. You could get away with having a character named Boner.
Yeah, the 80s was like, you could get away with a lot of shit in the 80s.
I miss the 80s. They were good times. Well, that about wraps up our Q&A. Not a lot of questions, but everybody submitted one. Thank you very much. Thanks for participating. We know we gave very short notice that we were going to have an early show this week, so we should be back to our regularly scheduled Thursday night show. So,
woo!
Yeah. Thanks.
And I'll be having my final next week, so I might be just extremely drunk.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Yes. If you have not ever submitted a question or you'd like to, we usually put up a post on the Facebook page the morning of our show asking people to submit a question or even a topic or a rant that you'd like to hear us go over or something you'd like to hear us
just send us a private message if you don't want, a bunch of people to see it because you want to have some form of secrecy.
Yeah, that's fine too. Reach out. Like I said, you can find us on Twitter. You can send us a direct message. You can text Ryan or myself and let us know. We will read your stuff. But thank you, everyone who has, and we encourage everyone to participate. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us back to, we don't have a ton of time, so we'll keep our recommendations short this week. But everybody wanted us to bring back rants. So we've been teasing it. We've been promising. Me and Ryan were going to do, in honor of the political debates, we were going to do a debate-style rant session, which we still might do maybe next week. But we had a special request from Alan, host of the Idiots Array, a great Star Wars podcast that you guys should check out. He asked us specifically if we would bring back our Geek Dad Kid Rants. So, in honor of us caring about our listeners.
Yes. And plus, it's always fun.
It's always fun. And like we said, if you ask us, we will comply. So, Alan, this rant is for you, brother.
We need some music.
You know, I'm going to have to come up with some rant. Right. I will have our next rants. I will come up with a rant song so we can have
No, we need it would have to be like heavy metal or something like that. Just
Rant! Yeah, we'll find something. We'll have to ask X. X, if you're listening, which I know you are at some point, we need a good heavy metal song for rants.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so maybe Gore or something. I don't know. But anyway, our rant this week, me and Ryan have been saving this for a little while, so hopefully it's as fun as we laughed about it to ourselves. Our rant this week is, I don't know what we're going to call it. We're just going to say our rant this week is children's birthday parties.
Yes. And that encases all children. Our own.
This rant is going to include, and not limited to, children, parents, the environment, birthday cakes, pretty much anything that has to do with a child's birthday, we are going to talk about right now. Would you like to start, or should I?
I'll start.
All right, fire away.
Then, okay, so just in the month of October alone, we did like a calculation. We've done like 6 or 7 birthday parties for not my kids, like friends and friends at his school, and that shit starts to add up really quick when you gotta buy each kid, because we don't go and just get like the $5 present, and we try to get something decent. So like in the month of October alone, I don't want to put the number out there, but we spent a shitload of money on other people's kids to get presents that they don't even care about, because they get like 600 presents all at the same time. And every single kid at the party's like sitting right on top of each other. So they're just like,
or they're digging through, or like little hellions, little thieves like to start digging through the presents while they're sitting over there, because we always open presents last at a birthday party. God forbid we don't just open them first, get them out of the way, put them in the car, and get them out of the eyes of every children. No, they sit there, and they're always in bags, because we're all too goddamn lazy to wrap a present anymore. They're always in bags, and what do all these little kids do? They dig through the bags. And as a parent, what do you have to do? Stop digging through that bag. What are you doing? Put your hand, get over here.
Yeah. And then when the present's out, like, I want to open it and take it out right now. Like, no, you're in the middle of a freaking party. I paid $200 for this shitty space that we're using.
Yeah.
And then I had to spend another $100 on gift bags, because apparently when people show up to kids' parties now, every kid needs a present.
Okay. Can I say something about gift bags? First of all, fuck you, gift bags.
No, they're favors. They're party
Whatever.
favors.
They're obnoxious and annoying and completely and utterly worthless, okay? I hate gift bags. You know why I hate gift bags? Because a couple of reasons. One, you have to buy them. You have to spend all this money, and you don't know what to put into it. You're like, I got to buy a bunch of crap. And so what do? You buy crap.
And it's not crap. It's got to be to the theme of your party.
I don't give a crap. So you throw a bunch of shit in a bag so you can hand it to people and make yourself feel a little bit better that you gave somebody something. Why? Because whenever you go to a party, somebody gives you a bag. People, as parents, can we agree to stop with the gift bags? Because here's what happens. Not a parent alive likes the gift bag, because you get into the car after the party, kids already all hyped up on sugar and been playing and crying and crazy, and they got snot, and they're just angry, and they're dirty, and they're tired. So what do? They start digging through the gift bag, because it's their gift bag. And guaranteed what's in the gift bag? Fucking candy.
Eraser?
Pixie sticks, whistles, candy, those little blower things where they shoot out and they make a godly noise.
Like, people go to the dollar store, and they just, like, get all the stuff that's just, like, in bulk.
Oh, my God. Always obnoxious things. So when you're driving in the car, you're exhausted, you're tired, your kid's been an asshole, you're just done with the birthday party. What do the kids start doing? Start throwing pixie stick dust everywhere. They start blowing their stupid whistles. They start throwing things at you, and you're just like, give me the gift bag. The gift bag is gone. There has not been a single birthday party that I have not confiscated my kids' gift bags in the car and not given them back. Or they're full of bubbles, which they want to blow in the car, and then they're just dumping soap everywhere.
Yeah, and whoever was the first person that started this, and then, like, because there's always one asshole to start something, and then just because they started it, like, oh shit, now their kid's coming to my party, so I gotta give everyone fucking gift bags at this party, and then it just, like, grows exponentially from there. And I want to punch that person in the face.
What happened to the good old days when you just invited 6 kids over, you had a birthday cake, and you played for a half hour in the backyard, and then everybody went home? Oh, no. Now we got to all get venues. I mean, I'm that asshole parent who always buys an expensive venue. So when everybody comes over to my venue, everyone's like, shit, I got to do a nice venue. And then it escalates from there. So first it's a nice venue, then it's a bounce house, then it's a gymnasium, Then you're fucking renting a circus. Next thing you know, you got a herd of ponies that everybody has to ride, and you got clowns, and you got the Avengers showing up, and then you got to fucking hire astronauts and musicians. And, next thing you know, on your daughter's 9th birthday, you got to fucking pay $100,000 to have Pearl Jam play in your backyard because, hell, you got to one-up your friends.
Hey, I don't know. I would like that Pearl Jam play in my backyard.
Well, I would too.
I'm fine with that.
I was just on a tirade.
I'm going to that party.
Yeah.
So,
well, see, that's the adult-only party. That's when the kids get thrown to the side, and people. We are setting a bad example.
well, I will admit we did buy a pony.
You are the asshole
my
parents
daughter had a
who get the
princess
pony.
party.
I guarantee you, every person who left your pony party was like, "Those fucking assholes." Now I got to get my kid a pony.
Dude, it was awesome. Like, the guy came with the pony, and they put, like, rainbow streaks, like, all through the pony's mane.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because my daughter is really into unicorns, there's a unicorn option. And so they put, like, this, like, unicorn horn on the front of the pony. And so they would, like, and they got to ride it around in our backyard. And
Are you
I
done?
thought
Are you done gloating? Are you done?
dude, it was awesome. My daughter got
Just
to
so
ride it.
you know, you
so
shamed many parents that day. Many parents suffered because of your transgressions, Ryan.
I just realized I'm like my own subject in the rant.
You are. You're your own subject. We both are. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've spent plenty of money on on venues. I'm pretty sure parents hate us when they can show up. But you know what? It's not just that. The kids show up at a birthday party and it turns into like Lord of the Flies, man. There's always some kid getting picked on. Some kids are crying. All rules go out the window. Kids don't respect adults because they know kids know that when they're around other kids and other parents that you will not just unload on them in front of everybody else. So they just turn into little terrorists is what they turn into.
Can I just say that if you send out an invitation and on your invitation you say RSVP, now if people don't understand, RSVP means you need to let the host know if you're coming or not. So if you have 30 people that you're invited to a party for, say, maybe an 8-year-old, and 2 people RSVP the day before, and you're trying to figure out, do I need to buy 20 more?
Party stuff is expensive, people.
For everybody?
Expensive. You don't want to be the parent.
RSVP,
You don't want to be
assholes.
the parent that invites 50 people and doesn't have enough stuff for 50 people. But at the same time, when 5 people RSVP, you don't know how many people are going to show up. You know what? Our kids turn into jerks at parties. Then we feed them sugar and we send them home with fucking obnoxious bags. The least you can do as our friend and associate is being it with us, okay? We're all in this together, and not showing up is not acceptable.
Okay, well, what about, like, because my wife will usually go to the birthday party, and I just kind of stay home. And
whatever, that's fine. As long as somebody shows up. Because here's the deal. If you RSVP or you don't, and then you don't show up, you better have a good fucking excuse. I am tired of people saying, oh, my kid got sick. That is the worst excuse ever. Because you know what? People with kids, that is the get out of jail free excuse with work and everything else when you know they can't say anything about kids. But when you have kids, you know my kids are sick is a fucking lie. It's a lie.
Because
and you were lying to us.
Kids are sick and you send them to school because you don't want to have to try and find a babysitter or something at the last second, then that excuse is null and void. Because
listen, all I'm asking is if we have an RSVP and you aren't going to come, one, say, I cannot make it.
Yeah.
And then if
you don't need to have like some weird excuse. You don't need to say
an excuse
my
is given,
grandma's, fucking story. Just say we can't make it.
Or if an excuse is given,
accept it.
Yes, we're accepting that. But if an excuse is given or you say you're coming and then you can't come, at least have the courtesy and the decency to respect us as people and give me an excuse that I can go, okay, I can believe that. Don't call up and say, my dog has diabetes. Your fucking dog does not have diabetes. That is a lie. You are a liar. My kid is sick. Your kid is not sick. You are a liar. When you call me up and say, my kid drank antifreeze and has explosive diarrhea, that I might believe because I could see a child drinking antifreeze and having explosive diarrhea. Is it a lie? Probably. But hey, at least I'll believe that. You know what? My kid shoved rocks up his nose, and now he's pooping out boulders. I believe that too, because kids do that. My kid tried to drown himself in the toilet. I totally believe
we
that.
all agree that kids are fairly stupid. So,
But don't say, oh, yeah, my kid, he's running a temperature. Lies. All lies. And you better not do it on the first day of summer that's nice outside, and all of a sudden, like, we had a birthday party one year that it was the first nice day in Washington for my daughter's birthday in May, and everybody bailed. Fucking everybody. And they all had the worst excuses ever. You know what? Just call me up and have the decency to say, you know what, it's fucking nice and I ain't going. And then don't be an asshole and post pictures of yourself on Facebook in your boat on the lake with your sick fucking kid. Liar. Yeah.
I was not invited to this party.
Well,
so.
you were out of state. I give you a pass. People, can we all just let's band together as parents and let's make a few ground rules with birthdays. One, let's make the venues not crazy. You know what? None of us enjoy birthdays. Parents, it's something you have to get through. It's not something that you're, having fun. Because you take your kids, and guaranteed you and your wife are going to be fighting by the end of it, because the moment your kid does something bad, one of you is going to look at the other and go, I thought you were watching her. And then you're going to fight about who was watching her.
Or like in the whole setup phase, like when you're the dad and you're just trying to blow up balloons. Then you get yelled at because you're not putting shit in the right place, because you know that if you were to try and do any decorating on your own, it's going to get taken down.
Or you try and blend in with, or you're trying to be a good host and you're trying to talk to your friends and greet people. Listen, birthday parties, guaranteed a few things going to happen. You're going to fight with your spouse. It's the way it is. It's not something that we enjoy. It's something that we endure. Okay?
Yes.
Number 2, just accept that. Let's make it short as possible, as easy as possible on everybody, and allow everybody to get the fuck out. Don't make it extravagant. Don't make it crazy. Don't make it a 5-hour ordeal. Don't make it something complicated. Hey, we're having a birthday at this pizza place. There's free food, some cake, and you can get the fuck out. Perfect. Yeah. You are my friend, and you will be in the friend list. But that being said, don't give out gift bags. Please, don't give out gift bags.
No more gift bags.
I will not give you a gift bag and guilt you into making my child have a gift bag.
At my son's birthday party, I was trying to convince my wife that we should just not do gift bags out of principle.
Yeah, me and my wife, no gift bags.
Going for that because everyone's gonna think that.
And not just that, because if you have girls,
nice. I don't give a shit. Other kids don't need presents for bringing my kid a present. Yeah. Here, we don't all gotta be even.
Nope. Exactly. So no gift bags. And 3, simply yes or no on the RSVP. Make no mistake, when you do not RSVP, you are being an asshole.
Yes, a huge asshole.
Huge, dirty asshole.
Yes.
And trust us, we are talking about you at the party, about all the people that did not RSVP or did not show up.
Totally.
We are talking shit the whole
time. You
have
to find someone to mutually hate on. So.
And it can be easily remedied by hitting the decline cannot attend button on your Facebook invite, because that's how everybody does it nowadays. So... 3 rules. Don't go crazy. Make it simple. Don't give out gift bags. And yes or no on the invitation. And you can be a birthday hero instead of a birthday asshole.
Yes. I think that was a good rant.
I think it was a good rant.
I feel a little better.
Yeah, I could have gone for more. I was at a birthday party one time when these little punk kids, I was in the bounce house with my daughter playing, and they decided they wanted to play dodgeball, right? So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just playing around. And these guys are like, oh, we got this adult in the bounce house. Nobody's going to yell at us. So we're just going to peg him as hard as we can. Kid bounced the ball off my head and said, don't do it again. The other kid threw it at me, right? So as a grown-ass adult, I did the responsible thing. I walked away. But as soon as those 2 little turds turned around, I pegged them both in the back with the dodgeballs and then handed them to the girls and made them think they did it. It was great.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should have done.
That's what you should do. So,
birthday rant. You gotta show those kids who's the fucking boss. I mean...
If you have your own horrible parent birthday story, we would love to hear it. Please feel free to share it on Facebook. We would love to continue the conversation. And also, too, if you guys have a rant that you would like us to talk about, or you have something that just grinds your gears, to steal a phrase from Family Guy, let us know. Trust us. If you have a problem with it as a parent, we probably do too, and we would love to talk about it. So, like I said, Alan, thank you for asking us to do this again. And if anybody else has something they want us to talk about, just let us know, and we will talk about it. We are a show about the people.
We are an open book.
We are an open book. I will tell you everything. Almost.
Got
to keep a few things private. So, Yeah, we already ran long, so we'll do our recommendations really short. But we wanted to do our rants because everybody's been asking for them. So moving on to our weekly recommendation, what you should or should not waste your time doing this week. Ryan, what you got?
I received a review copy of digital copy for the Minecraft new story mode adventure game. I started playing it with both my kids, 8 and 5. So, man, my daughter thinks it's all right. My son, who's 8, is just all over that shit. And it's a fun game. If you know Minecraft and you like Minecraft, it's from Telltale Games, and it's basically kind of like those old computer games, adventure games, the point and click, and just totally right up my alley. I love those kind of games. Maniac Mansion, and like King's Quest and Space Quest and all those kind of movies. So it's a fun adventure game. We're only about like 2 hours into the first episode. There's going to be 5 episodes.
Is it like an expansion? So. Do you have to have the Minecraft
No,
game?
it's a standalone. You can buy each episode. It's just like a DLC kind of thing. So cool. You buy the first episode. They haven't come out with the second one yet. So you just kind of buy them in blocks, and there's going to be 5 total. So I'm about 2 hours into the first one. It's a lot of fun. So decisions that you make during the game affect how the game play, goes throughout the game. So
is that like a exclusive for a console, or is that a console platform?
We have it on PC. I don't know if it's on consoles or anything like that.
Well,
honestly,
I believe Microsoft actually bought the Minecraft game.
Yeah, Microsoft owns them, so it's digital right now. It's the only way you can get it is through digital, and I got it through Steam because that was just what the company gave me. So, I think it's only available right now through Steam.
All right, well, maybe check Xbox Live too. If it's a Microsoft exclusive, it might be on Xbox Live. So if you have a console, maybe check it out there.
Yeah, so I'll double check. And I'll put it in the post.
The big question: how much is it gonna cost people?
Right now it's $16.99 for a digital. So it's not bad. So
All right,
should be fun. It's a fun game. I've been having a blast with it.
First person story. I've never played it, but I've heard good things.
Yes.
The millennials love it. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's fun. If you like Minecraft and you understand the Minecraft world, it's super fun.
All right. Ryan says you should play Minecraft. I say you should watch Avengers: Age of Ultron on Blu-ray, and you should buy it. Can you see that? Look how pretty that is. Look at that. Look at that case.
So sexy.
So pretty. It just came out last Friday to be precise, and it's fucking awesome. The DVD Blu-ray is loaded with all kinds of fun stuff. I got the 3D Blu-ray DVD digital copy. I picked this bad boy up on Amazon for only $19.99, which is a lot cheaper than you can get it in the store. I don't know. We loved Avengers Age of Ultron. We did a whole show about it. If you want to watch that, you can find it on the Geek Dad Report. We did a whole half-hour special about how much we love this movie. I think we both gave it at least a 9 out of 10. It's a great follow-up. There are some people who didn't like it because it's a lot darker, but it is a really good movie. If you were not one of the people who watched it in theaters, now is definitely the time to get this. The Blu-ray is totally worth buying. It's got a ton of extra features. It has got a ton of deleted scenes that did not make the movie. The original Whedon cut was about 3 hours long, and not all of the scenes, but a lot of the scenes are in this movie. So, and the extras, they're not all completely special effects finished, but it does explain why Thor ended up in that weird, reflection pool that we always kind of wondered about in the movie. There's a great gag reel in here. It's pretty funny watching the Avengers kind of screw up and the shields going the wrong way and all kinds of fun stuff. There's also we talked about it last week, the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. You want to know a little more information, there's a very detailed little documentary about, it's not a documentary, but a little featurette about the Infinity Stones, the Gauntlet, and basically setting you up for Thanos coming in the future. So, Avengers. Age of Ultron. Buy it. It's great.
I just double checked. It's actually $24.99 for the Steam version of Minecraft Story Mode, and it is Xbox One, 3, or PS4. I mean, it's coming out on everything.
Oh, cool. So it is going to be on everything.
That'll be $30 straight for those disc ones.
All right. So buy Avengers: Age of Ultron, $20 on Blu-ray and Amazon, and Minecraft. $20 to $30 depending on where you buy it. Available on all consoles.
Just Minecraft, Brian. Minecraft.
What'd I say?
Story mode.
Minecraft Story Mode.
Story mode.
Story mode. Available on all digital and console formats. All right, well, it's about all the time we got. Already ran long. Hope you enjoyed our show.
Man,
Have fun
it's
in Denver,
midnight.
Ryan.
I thought we were gonna be done way early.
Yeah, I did too. There was a lot of news, man.
Yeah.
Screw
And
it.
we just can't shut up.
All right, well, whatever. We rambled a lot in the beginning like we're doing now. So I'm just going to end it now. Adios, people.
Peace.
We'll see you next week. There it is. Where is it? Hang on.
Wait.
There we go.
I remember coming up, not even a buck, ain't even a cent to make enough. We was out there chasing after stuff that you only find in your dreams of the nights when you're looking up. And I remember so many times it was looking tough, so I wrote an extra rhyme when I took the bus, cause I knew there'd be a time that would open up, that I get a chance to shine hard if I do it tough. So I did it and put everything in it, gotta be with it, never stop until I'm grabbing it. The only reason that they hate it cause they see
I'm gonna
me
let you
motivated
come
and
on.